characteristics of your partnership, wag mong kakalimutan, your separate legal entity, meaning your partnership has its own personality, meaning it can acquire asset, it can enter into a contract, it can also have a liability, meaning liability ng partnership. Okay? May babayaran siya sa other entity. What else? Pwede siyang makikontrata, mag-acquire, and meron siyang personality nga. So, iba yung personality pa ng partners mo. Let us see si partner. Gusto niya mag-enter ng contract, but it does not necessarily na ang nag-enter ng contract would be the partnership. So, ibang usapan kasi yun. Unless, yung pag-enter ni partner A, assuming, would be for the partnership. Ibig sabihin yun naman is, para naman sa partnership, pwede pa rin. Pasok yun sa separate legal entity. Next is ease of formation. Sa lahat naman ng business na pwede mong i-form, partnership is one of the easiest business na pwede mong i-form. Of course, aside from sole proprietorship. Ang hirap lang kasi sa sole proprietorship is that, of course, let us see, ang gusto mong i-form is a retail store at gusto mo mag-sole prop ka lang, meron ka bang capital, di ba? Eh, itong si partnership, okay? Of course, regardless sa mga ipapas natin or isasubmit natin na papeles or requirements, of course, kasama na yan. Kahit naman mag-sole prop ka or kahit naman mag-corporation ka, kailangan mo talaga mag-process. But what I mean here or what we mean here is, as long as there is meeting of minds, okay, if you go back to your obligations and contracts, as long as there is meeting of minds, meron ng contract, there's already a contract of partnership. Let us say ako, with my sister, we wanted to create a business, gusto naming maging partners. So, nag-agree kami. Okay, ako, nag-finance ako, siya naman. Service yung sa kanya, no? That's already a partnership. The only thing is, of course, for it to be valid and, of course, binding into, for the, sa mata, or let us say for the knowledge of the public, of course, you just have to do the registrations, di ba? Yung mga legal requirements. Ang kaibahan yan ngayon sa corporation, mas si corporation kasi, let us say, aside from the legal requirements, ang dami. Ang dami mong kailangang gawin pa. Although, I think meron na ngayon, no, our individual or sole corporation. So, an individual can now create its own corporation. Let's have our problem 1. Para sa review natin ngayon, I have here Cyril, Diane, and Ella who agreed to form a partnership with the following contribution. Again, contribution depende sa inyo. Okay? So, according sa partnership nila, meron ba silang agreed amounts? Wala naman. Kung may agreed amounts, again, yun ang gamitin mo. But since wala, anong gagamitin natin? Binigay ang book value, binigay ang fair value. What will we use? We will use the fair values. Okay? Uy, walang fair value yung cash. Siyempre, kasi kung ano yung book value, ibig sabihin yun yung face amount ng cash mo. Okay? So, baka mamaya binigay sa'yo sa board exam, niloloko ka lang ng examiner nun. Again, walang fair value yung cash mo. Face value ka dyan lagi. Okay? Alright. Let us start. I-ready ko pala yung calculator ko din para sabay-sabay tayong mag-solve. Okay. You have your cash, AR, inventory, machinery, accounts payable. They agreed on a 4:2:6 P&L ratio. Ito pa yung isang nakakalito minsan pag nag-solve ka. Alam mo ba gamitin yung ratio mo? Okay. 4 plus 2 plus 6, that's equal to 12. Okay, may gamit yung 12 na yan mamaya pag nag-solve tayo for your fraction or your percentage. Alright? Okay. Let's compute. Unahin natin si Cyril. Magkano binigay ni Cyril or kinontribute ni Cyril? You have 15,000. Ibig sabihin, 15,000 din yung cash. Plus 30,000 na AR. Wala namang doubtful account so far. Plus 110 na machinery. Of course, kapag accounts payable, if the problem is silent, ang assumption, inassume ng problem. So dito, ang assumption natin, inassume ng problem to or ng company or ng partnership, I should say not the problem, okay? So inassume ng partnership yung liability, bawas to. Huwag mo idadagdag kasi minsan dinadagdag kaya nagkakamali. Okay na sana yung computation, kaso dinagdag na yung liability, magkakamali ka na talaga, okay? So 15 plus 30 plus 110 minus 30, o parang offset lang pala yung 30, no? We have total of 125,000 na contribution ni Cyril. Next, we go to Diane. 25,000, so i-adapt natin si 25,000 face value. 25,000 plus 50,000 na inventory plus your machinery na 155 minus 15,000 na liabilities assumed. You have a total of 215,000 na contribution ni Diane. Ganon din ang computation natin kay Ella. You have 10,000. Uy, si Ella pala yung kompleto, no? Meron siyang AR, cash, inventory, machinery. So, 10,000 plus 25 plus 65 plus 85 minus 10,000, you have a total of 175,000 pesos contribution. Alright? Sige. Anong tawag mo dito sa 125, 215, 175? Tawag mo dyan yung original capital nila or their original contribution. Kasi when you go to partnership operation, no, one of your basis of P&L is your capital. So, dapat alam mo kung ano yung original capital, beginning capital, weighted average capital. So, ano tawag mo dito? Original capital. This is the contributed capital. Pag tinotal mo, tawag mo na dyan, total contributed capital. Sige nga, i-add mo lahat, 125 plus 215 plus 175. You have a total contributed capital of how much? 515,000 pesos. Nakuha ba yan? Okay. So, babalik-balikan natin yan mamaya as we go on with your problem. Pwede siguro picturean mo, no, para hindi ka malilito. Okay? Ako din, picturean ko din para hindi kita hihiluhin. O pwede ring balikan natin mamaya, wala namang problema. Now, dito sa ratio, okay? Dito sa ratio, ang concern mo, gagamitin mo siya mamaya, okay? For adjustments. So gusto mo bang kunin natin yung percentage niya instead of the ratio? Can we have the percentage? Uy, may butal kapag 4/12. Sige, ang gawin mo na lang, stick ka 4/12, 2/12, 6/12. Okay ba tayo dyan? Sige. Punta tayo ngayon sa next slide mo. Sabi niya, what is the total contributed capital of the new partners? Uy, nasagot na pala natin yung question number 1. Question number 1, again, 515,000 pesos. Tama ba yung sagot natin? Ayan. That's your total contributed capital. Yun yung original na ininvest ng partners mo. So, imagine, no, ang lawak ng space ko, yun lang pala yung tanong. Okay. Next question. What is the total agreed capital of the partners on an equal interest on the partnership? Okay? Ang gustong sabihin nitong question na to is, magkano yung magiging total agreed capital if the partners agreed on an equal interest, meaning maghahati-hatian sila on an equal share dun sa original na investments. If that's the case, walang magbabago. Paano walang magbabago? Kasi ang magbabago lang yung magiging individual capital accounts nila na adjusted. Okay? The 515,000 will still be your TAC. Ano lang gagawin nila? They will just divide this into 3. Now, I think that's the follow-up question. What is the adjusted capital of the partners? Ang sabi nila, gusto nilang gawing equal ang kanilang interest upon formation. So, in short, you just have to divide 515 into 3. Okay? Sulat natin siya dito. 515,000 divided by 3 because you have 3 partners, Cyril, Diane, and Ella. Okay. 515 divided by 3, you have 171,667 each. Okay? So, yung sobra, rounding off na lang yung difference. Okay? That is your adjusted capital of the partners. Using the same problem, what is the total agreed capital if the partners agreed on a 4:2:6 capital in the partnership? Anong gusto nilang gawin? Gusto nilang i-align yung investments nila or yung capital accounts nila using their P&L ratio. Okay? If this is the case, what happens? Your TCC is still equal to your TAC. Bakit? Ang gagawin lang naman nila, mag-a-align. Okay? I-re-align lang nila yung capital investment nila, meaning out of the total 515,000, ang mapupunta kay C, 4/12 of that. Ang mapupunta kay D, 2/12 of that. And kay E, 6/12 or 1/2. Okay? Now, let's identify. So, 515 times 4/12. Ito actually yung follow-up question. What is the adjusted capital balance? Dito na natin isolve. The 515 times 4/12, you'll have 171,667. How about Dayan? Ano magiging bago or adjusted capital niya? 515 times 2/12, that is equal to 85,833. How about Ella? Okay? Kay Ella naman, syempre kalahati, 515 divided by 2, diretso na, 257,500. Okay. Ano lang yung concern mo dito sa ganitong scenario? Kanina, dinivide mo lang into 3. Ngayon naman, inalign mo according to their agreement. Sabi nila gusto nilang i-align gamit yung P&L ratio. Ang concern mo lang dito is how you transfer. Okay? How you decrease or increase the capital accounts. Dito merong bonus method. So parang bonus method kasi ang mangyayari transfer of one capital account to another. Punta tayo sa original balances nila. Originally, magkano ang capital ni Cyril? 125. Ano nangyari nung divided by 3 na ang kanilang capital? Okay? Nung nag-divide by 3 yung capital nila, yung capital ni Cyril na 125, naging 171. So, nadagdagan siya ng magkano? 171, 667, minus 125. Nadagdagan siya ng 46,667. How about Dayan? Si Dayan, ang original niya, 215,000. Pero magiging 171,667. Ano nangyari? Nabawasan siya ng 43,333. How about Ella? Okay? Ella, originally, 175,000. So, 175 versus yung agreed capital na 171,667, what happens? Nabawasan siya ng 3,333. Okay? What will be your journal entry in these cases? Your journal entry will simply be a credit. Okay, credit to the partner's capital account para sa partner na nadagdagan ng balance. So, sino yung i-credit mo? You will credit the balance or the capital of C. So, credit C capital for how much? 46,667. Okay. So, gawin natin tong 4 kasi para maging 667 din. Okay, makikita mo mamaya yung effect. Anyway, how about the capital of D and E? Decrease sa kanila, kaya ang mangyayari, debit. You debit the capital accounts to decrease your capital. Okay? D capital and E capital. Okay? What amount? 43,333 and 3,334. Of course, when you total that, dapat balance sila ng dagdag sa capital ni Cyril. Okay ba tayo dyan? Okay. Ganon din yung treatment mo dito sa 4:2:6. Ang mangyayari lang, hanapin mo yung increase or decrease sa capital balances ng partners mo. And the journal entry is the same. Of course, hindi the same yung values. Let us say, ano nangyari ba kay Cyril? Si Cyril, nag-increase. So, you credit the capital of Cyril. How about Dayan? From 215, naging 85. Uy, malaki-laki yung ide-debit mo sa capital niya. How about Ella? Si Ella ay malaki rin yung idadagdag mo sa kanya. Okay, i-credit mo. Ito ang credit ngayon sa atin. Ito lang yung debit. Okay. Now, okay na tayo sa follow-up question. We were able to answer that earlier. Now, what is the total agreed capital of the partners if the partners agreed to adjust their interest according to P&L ratio using Cyril as the basis? Okay, so using Cyril as the basis, mababasa mo din to sa iba mong problems in your partnership formation. What does that mean? Gusto nilang mag-realign ng capital accounts nila, the balances, but they will use the share of Cyril in the P&L ratio as their basis. Ano mangyayari? Okay? I-drawing natin si TCC and TAC. Again, TCC, total contributed capital. TAC, total agreed capital. Okay. At the same time, isulat natin si Cyril, Diane, and Ella. What is the original capital balances of the three partners? 125,000, 215,000, and 175,000. A total of 515,000 pesos. Okay. Anong mangyayari? Gusto nilang mag-realign according to the P&L ratio using Cyril as their basis. So, one of our examples here, we will use Cyril as their basis. Ano ibig sabihin? Si Cyril, itong 125 na to, this already represents the 4/12 na interest sa partnership. Diba, ang P&L ratio nila 4:2:6. So, 4/12, yan na yung nagre-represent, itong 125, it already represents the share of Cyril. So, you just have to forward it on your total agreed capital, 125,000 pesos. Now, ang next step mo is to get the total agreed capital. What is your total agreed capital? How do you compute that? That is computed as 125,000 pesos divided by 4/12. Okay? I-divide mo sa share ni Cyril. Okay? 125 divided by 4/12. Bakit by 4/12? Or bakit ganyan yung formula? Ibig sabihin kasi nun, si 125, di ba siya na yung share ni Cyril? So, kung 125 yung share ni Cyril na 4/12, what is the whole 12/12? Yun yung gusto mong malaman. So, parang nagpa-percentage approach ka lang. 125 divided by 4/12, you get total of 375,000 pesos. I want you to certify this answer. Please get your calculators. Tama ba na 375,000 pesos? Yes. Okay.